Good morning. First of all, let me say it's a hard act to follow, and I know it's not an act. You can feel the passion standing behind the people that have spoken already. Last year, you may remember, the leadership of the Appropriations Committee moved forward legislation which was not initially thought well of by the administration. We felt that we should have a role in how the ARPA funds are expended in the state of Connecticut. It was probably the first time since COVID hit that people were willing to say to the administration, we think we have a role here. And so we negotiated with the governor's staff, the leadership of the committee, the legislature, and came up with a framework of how some of those dollars would be spent. At that time, we didn't think we'd have a problem, or at least the last thing we thought we'd have a problem with was whether or not the dollars were actually being rolled out. And we have a concern now that that may in fact be the case. It may not have been the intention, certainly. People are working from home. Municipalities have received a tremendous amount of money. And this is not the last pot of funds that are going to come to the state of Connecticut. And so whether you look at the opioid money, whether you look at federal infrastructure money, no matter what it is, like those that have spoken before me, we believe that we should have a more consistent framework of reporting. We should have a more consistent framework of communicating. As a legislator, I will tell you, it doesn't take long for the Northwest Corner to get fired up when they read a story in the news. I think that most people go about spending state and federal dollars the right way. But the last thing we want to do is to find out that we have pots of money going unspent and still have all the problems that were already being discussed here. So we think by a more consistent reporting requirement before the end of the deadline of when these funds should be spent, it's going to help us motivate the administration to reach decisions on how to help people. There's no doubt that we could do a better job. There is even less doubt with what I would call an absent from the public eye legislature that the people in the state of Connecticut are having a hard time following what is and isn't happening up here. So I expect to work with my counterparts on the Appropriations Committee as we have in the past. I have every reason to believe that Senator Austin and Representative Walker and Representative France will all be interested in putting in place some safeguards, even if it requires us to go back to the funds that we've already handed out and said, look, we would like you to tell us where you are today, municipalities. We would like you to tell us where you are today, state agencies, in terms of getting these funds out. And I think if we do that collectively, we'll get the kind of response that we would hope we would have gotten individually. But I can tell you, the stories go on, and you can call my counterparts in the Appropriations Committee. This is not a partisan issue. They're having the same problems we are getting information out of this administration. So thank you. And thank you again for being here.